Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the announcement that Garrard County Distilling is pausing operations. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Katie Joyce, Jeff Andruzzi, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hi everyone.
Hey, so we are going to be talking today about Garrard County and what's going on with them. This is a developing story, as they say, so we'll do the best we can with this. It's an interesting situation. I don't know if it's an indicator of things to come. I don't know if it's a one-off. We won't probably have any answers to that, but we'll just talk about it in general after the break. For right now, though, we're going to talk to Tim. Tim, what do you got going on?
So the general and I were talking. We've had some long car rides due to the youngest volleyball tournament schedule of us traveling all around the Midwest. And she confided in me finally, Steve, that she had a very vivid dream about you.
Oh, God. All right. Here we go.
Yes. She apparently at the house, your house,
okay,
at the
of
kitchen
course.
table, and you knocked over a bowl of chocolate regular M&Ms.
Okay.
And then they fell under the recliner, so she's popped the recliners under the car and found lemon heads as well underneath her. Very vividly about had to help you pick up all the candy, and you were in the street. And that's all she gave me in details. And she was smiling and a little blushed and a little flushed in the face.
Was she sitting in this recliner? As I'm
no, she's on the floor trying to get all the M&Ms up and get them back in your candy bowl, and then she found lemon heads underneath the recliner as well.
Okay.
So they got me thinking, I wonder what candies that you've gone back to. Now, do you have bowls of M&Ms at your house recently or bowls of lemon heads at your house recently?
This is not a small talk. This is an interrogation.
Right. Yeah. Tim's mad about this. Yeah.
Do you like M&Ms? I got to know.
I'm sure I like M&Ms. We have M&Ms out from time to time. It's not out there standard. We've never had a bowl of lemon heads, but we've had lemon heads. I used to have a lot of them around. You mean like this?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my. Okay. For those listening at home, he just pulled out an entire box.
A case.
Right, a case.
With dozens of cases of lemon heads in
There's
them.
one that's still wrapped.
This is a full flat. Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah.
They are
only for consumption
materials,
but,
not that anybody here would ever need them for that, but
Right.
This interrogation has taken a turn.
It has, yeah.
He provides the evidence against
That's the smoking gun right there. That's the smoking gun. Put that that's Exhibit A right there.
It was ironic because this was on the drive back from St. Louis. She's telling me this, from what I recall.
Yeah,
but I was laughing because we stopped by a small little antique section. Not small, it's a pretty large antique stop on the way between Springfield and St. Louis, and they have a little candy shop there. And I was going through all the old school candies. I forgot how much I loved Dad's root beers.
Uh-huh.
Little candies.
Okay.
So as you're on your road trips, gas stations, or any other, we know Steve loves his lemon heads, that's for sure.
Sure.
But any of those old school candies you find yourself remembering that you forgot? Because I forgot I like Dad's root beer candies. I couldn't remember. I'm like, I haven't seen these in decades. I never even thought to go for those because I'm more of a Reese's peanut butter or a fudge kind of guy. That's going to be used by Steinkamp someplace. That last comment. But it was very, very entertaining how she's thinking of lemon heads and chocolate M&Ms, and I'm thinking about candy, but Akeley's vividly in her dream. I'll pull the rest of this out.
Wow. Yeah. See if you can get down to the rest of the story there. So
what happened when you were on all fours, honey? There's some more details here. You catch all the candy. Right? Whoa, hey now.
Yeah. I have 12 throw pillows on my bed too.
Yes. I need them for the angles. Angle positions. Watch those hammies, boys. Use the pillows.
God. I also see now, Tim, why she was reluctant to tell you about her dream.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there was something there. There's more to it than she let on there. Yeah.
So I'm not. So I was dreaming about Steve Akeley, but it was about the candy. It was about no. Let's carry on this one.
What else happened?
Candies.
I was laughing, laughing.
So I'm not even sure what the topic really is here now.
The topic's going back to candies. I got the lemon heads corner now. I knew that one was there.
Right.
I knew the chocolate M&Ms weren't necessarily favorites. I think it's a peanut M&M flavor.
I do like the peanut M&Ms or the peanut butter M&Ms. I like those too.
Peanut butter.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Peanut butter M&Ms are good.
So when Steve showed the case of the lemon heads in the little mini boxes, I always, when I find those in a gas station, convenience store, I will go for the Boston baked beans. I don't know why. I love those
because that's an old guy thing. Right
that's an old guy thing. I love.
I'm sure it is, but
oh yeah.
25-cent boxes. I'll grab a handful.
Grab a handful. Okay.
Well, I like, and I don't even see them in boxes anywhere, but they're in the machines at grocery stores, and they have probably been in there for 25 years, but they've been called, they're runts, and they're like little fruit shapes. The vanilla ones are the absolute best.
The runts. What flavor do you like on the runts? Which one?
The bananas.
Yeah,
oh, God, no.
The bananas and the apples, the best ones.
The grape ones, because you can kind of... The grape ones, because you can snip off the individual grapes. You got to work at it just... Because there's this... I want to do it perfectly. It's just something you're working on in your mouth. You're like, if you can just bite it the right way, you can just get one grape off the... It's awesome. It's a good feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bananas are off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bananas are bad. No, that's not good, McNew.
The bananas are so good, but to each their own. But they're fun though, because I like to get them with other people. Right. You can pick out your favorites. And
those are weird because you bite into the runt, and it's like sweet chalk.
Yes. It is.
It's like on the inside of those things.
It is because it's not like other chalky candy, but because there's sweetness to it.
It's a sweet chalk. It's a weird thing.
It's not like Candy Heart, which is just all chalk. They figured out how to get the in there. I don't know.
Texture is also very important because some of the runts, I feel like you get close to breaking a tooth because you're expecting it to give and it doesn't.
The runts.
But I don't want it breaking too soon either. And so with the runts, like it's that balance of like the slight hesitation and then crumbling.
McNew?
Yeah.
Let's imagine a scenario where there's a bowl of runts on a table. So we're talking about candy in a dish, and some little kid takes his glass of juice and pours it in the runts. So now they've ruined the runts. How would that sound coming for you? You have to let me know that they've ruined the runts.
Want me to say the sentence?
Yeah.
He runt the runts.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
That came out way better than I even ever hoped for.
Yes.
He ruined the runts.
Run to the runts.
That's a bumper right there.
And you're listening to the Bourbon Dick.
Stop recording. Take it out.
Oh, that is gold right there. So yeah, I love it.
One candy that we could always have done without is the Good and Plenty. Does
Yeah.
anybody really like Good
I don't
and
like
Plenty?
Good and Plenty.
No.
Are those the licorice ones?
Yes, black licorice.
There's a black licorice with a candy.
Your grandma might have liked them. My grandma liked those, so she would have gone.
Yeah, I grew up with those.
Grandmas liked them, but yeah. So there you go. There you go.
Not small talk, but we accomplished that Steve has been to a big box store to buy those lemon heads. That's not something you can get without going to a club store.
That's Amazon. That's Amazon.
No, he has a secret Costco membership. He doesn't want to.
No, that's a cult. That's a cult. Once you go in, you don't come out of there. So I'm glad to clear that.
Sooner or later.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't buy a big pack of Sharpies like that in the last show without going to a Costco.
Oh, it's all Amazon. I only shop at Amazon and the grocery store.
Which is arguably even more of a cult. Amazon.
Yes.
Amazon? Yeah, but they have no interaction with them. So, how can they get to you? You're inside that. And they're playing like the music that's going on there. There's backward messages in there and all this. And, Amazon doesn't have me. I go in there and order what I want. They ship it to my house. I don't interact with the delivery person.
They don't have their hooks into him at all.
Oh,
no, not at all.
No, not at all.
You can stop at any time.
You can stop at any time. I thought I got a small talk for the next one, which is an Amazon purchase that it's a dawn of a new era. We'll talk about that on the next one. It's kind of hilarious, really. So yeah, something I bashed for many years. I now own. So we'll talk about that on the next show. It'll be good small talk. Stay tuned, folks. And it's not like it'll be on tomorrow. Let's see. When's this is April 7th. Let's see. This will be April 14th. You'll have to wait. You gotta wait a whole week. You gotta wait a week. It's like a network TV show. It's not a streaming one where you can just watch it, listen right after it. This one you got to wait a week for. So it's like network TV.
Yep.
On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's get Swiat out of the way so then we can play the game. What do you got?
Thank you very much. Let's just do that. I'm going to go with some 10th Mountain single malt.
Okay.
Swiat.
There was Swiat there for sure.
Yes.
But it was after you got done talking. So nothing there. I didn't even hear a pop.
No.
So the game's neutral. Anybody can win this thing. McNew's next.
I have a Penelope toasted.
Wow.
Squeak, but a very good cork pop. That's the lead. Could win this thing. We'll see how it goes. Katie's next. Maybe a new bottle there for Katie. I'm not sure.
It is. It's a new bottle. It's my Boxing Bear round 3.
Okay. That was very good. Not quite as good as
I had too high of a grip. I was doing it off my legs. So if I would have gripped it a little lower, we could have gotten that resonance in there. I flubbed it up.
There's some pro tips there, gentlemen. Remember, have her grip it a little lower.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hey now.
All right, Jeff. You're next.
All right. I have a Black Button Distilling single barrel straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
Trying to grab it low.
Oh, that's our lead.
Oh.
That is our
Somebody
lead.
should trust me more often. You'll get pops like this.
He adjusted his microphone too, so it's definitely worked for him. He started winning after that. So Swine, you might want to take his class, McNew as well. All right, I've got Kindred Collaboration from Buzzard's Roost here. Been a favorite for a while, and I have 2 bottles open, and they're both at this level. It's not like I can combine them or anything. It's not far enough into either one to combine them. I don't know how I got there, but it happened. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, that was nice, but not good enough. I don't think
your grip wasn't low enough.
I needed a lower grip. That was the grip. I was halfway up that bottle. So cheers, gang.
Cheers, everyone.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Garrard County and what's going on with them. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Danny Kennard, which is turning into Freddie Mills. Y'all have a good fucking day, because this is the Bourbon Daily. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Garrard County postponing or pausing operations.
Pausing operations, and it doesn't look good. Let's just say that.
Right.
Who knows what's going to happen? And I do think that in some iteration of them will be around in the future. It's just too expensive of a distillery. It's not like this is a $3 million distillery in which you could be like, well, everything just gets liquidated and they're gone. You're talking about a $200 million plus place here. So,
15,000 square foot distillery.
Yeah. So
Big
it's a
footprint.
Yeah, big footprint for sure. But we heard early news that they paused things, and then further information come out. What was in that next article, Tim?
My understanding is that they've actually stopped operations. There's a lawsuit that's opened, allegedly dealing with potentially debt default on a $2.2 million. There's a lot of financial issues. I don't want to get into without actually looking up. But
Right.
what I recall from the article is that there's financial issues.
Yeah, the general contractor that built the distillery in Lancaster filed the suit.
Yeah.
And then apparently
It missed a tax payment too. So.
amid this, there was also a $2.2 million lien put against the property, and then at least one other lien was also reported.
Yeah.
So
And we know they've been in a little bit of disarray. And again, just to give everybody up to date, Garrard County was going to be, the idea was primarily, and it's only like a year old, by the way, primarily going to be a sourcing outfit. So, brands that want to buy, kind of like an MGP of Kentucky, that sort of business model. But then they also had their own brand, which MGP has brands and stuff like that. So they had Carry Nations, that brand. And actually, on the distillery property, they found Carry Nations log cabin or something, moved it there. So sounded like a fun, interesting place to visit, but obviously, we won't be able to do that for a while at this point. So
it goes on with a lot of these distilleries opening up and being there for contract only, with potentially releasing some of their brands. And we've talked in the past about all this capacity coming online, and hopefully business plans make sense at the interest rates that they're being charged now, that they probably have to refinance a lot of debt from when they broke ground to finally build. That's probably a 3-4 year runtime, and now you got to start refinancing debt, and not too good right now.
Yeah, we definitely talked, about that, and they've been in the news because initially their master distiller, master blender, was our friend Lisa Wicker, but she wasn't there maybe a month or something. She was gone pretty quick, and then on the Bourbon Show, had the CEO of the company came on. Talked about it. Really nice guy. He was a good guest for sure, but then he got ousted. So obviously there was problems going on. How are you the founder of the company and you get voted off the island of your own company? Well, you have a board of directors, and things aren't going right, which clearly they weren't. As we see what's happened now, he ends up getting ousted. So, and then now we don't know what's going on with them. So obviously they've got to deal with some court issues, and a lot of money owed. Of course, that continues to go up every day because interest and things like that. So we'll see what happens. Doesn't sound good though. So
that's what happens when you get ownership groups, and you got to build these large facilities like this. That doesn't come cheap.
No,
And
it's
beautiful.
It looks like they poured a ton of money into it just for the aesthetics, but
yeah,
state-of-the-art equipment, all that jazz. I think
I couldn't believe when I read, I didn't realize the magnitude You know, how many barrels that they could lay down in a year. I mean, that much volume, and wow.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, there's a lot of companies like that at this point. So, yeah, I mean, and what's going to happen with all this stuff? Well, there's a lot of MGPs of Kentucky out there at this point, and we'll see what happens. This could be the first of many, and who knows? So
it'll be very interesting to see how much of the moves are temporary and how much of it's going to stick now as long term.
Right.
I think in the very near future we'll then know quite a bit more.
Yeah. And then you've got situations like our buddy Caleb Kilburn was with Peerless. He's got one of these, production distilleries that's going to be primarily sourcing product. Where does he stand? I mean, I know they broke ground. Is that continuing to go on? Is it paused? I have no idea. So, that's interesting.
Got a lot of big names out there that have broken away with a lot of investment behind them. And then now it'd be interesting to see how this landscape goes out.
Yeah. When you see things like Diageo, stopping production at one of their distilleries and, think about the Jefferson's distillery. We heard about that. That was going to be opening in September of last year. Well, here we are, and we're in April, and it's still not open. So
still not done. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just we had a group that was with Stephen Fonte, and said, "Have you seen anything? Have you seen it?" And he's like, "No, there's been they're not really actively working over there that he could see." So, it's definitely interesting times, and hopefully things get straightened out here sooner than later. So we'll see.
I think there's some interesting sales charts floating around out there. You don't have to look too far for them, but if you look at the sales trajectory of the whiskey category, it's been moving up pretty steadily across the board. And then once 2020 hit, you had this massive influx of sales and a little mean reversion back to that same trend line, though. So is this a reversion back to the mean of where we're at from consumption? But it's not. Yeah, you see declines, but declines from a very high peak.
Right.
From the sales, information you're seeing out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, you start forecasting off of what was going on, after 2020 when everybody was buying and, everybody's home, so they're looking for different things to do. And, it ended up being good times in the bourbon industry. Projections made off of what was happening then aren't realistic. So, this is definitely some sort of correction happening right now, and hopefully it doesn't cut too deep, and hopefully none of our friends are affected by this. So that's
no doubt.
Go. So there you go. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Indreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Katie.
You can find me over on Instagram at KatieProof.
All right, Tim.
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at Our Flagship Whiskey.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blog, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the Network.
Great job today, gang. Farnies, we have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.